All right, it is Wednesday, September 4th, 2019 at 8:15 p.m. Let's take a look at some headlines. All right, 20 dead in the Bahamas as Hurricane Dorian pushes toward South Carolina. The Bahamian health minister said that the death toll from Dorian has risen from 7 to 20 on the islands and that the number was expected to rise. Hurricane Dorian beat a steady path north on Wednesday as residents of coastal South Carolina braced for the region's worst flooding in 30 years after at least 20 people were killed in the Bahamas, authorities said and forecasters said. Dorian was on the move along the U.S. coastline early, lashing the east coast of central Florida and eyeing the Carolinas, where mass evacuations have already been ordered. South Carolina appeared to be in line for some of Dorian's worst. High tides are expected to top 9.5 feet on Wednesday afternoon and then 10.5 feet early Thursday around Charleston Harbor, the National Weather Service said. Flooding occurs when tides reach 7 feet. And Thursday's water levels come to 10.5 feet. It would second in Charleston's county history only to a 12.52-foot tide that struck Sullivan Island in the midst of Hurricane Hugo on September 22, 1989. Since Monday afternoon, a 100-mile stretch of Interstate 26 from coastal Charleston to inland Columbia has been running one way west. Lane reveals have been returned to normal on Wednesday, the state public safety department said. Charleston Mayor John Tekelberg said he wanted his city to be empty and shuttered. Starting late this afternoon for 36 hours, I want Charleston to be a ghost town, he told reporters on Wednesday at a Charleston concert hall. I want everybody out of sight, inside, hunkered down, and safe. Despite the potential damage coming to South Carolina, President Donald Trump said much of the southeast would be spared. It was going to hit not only Florida but Georgia. It was going towards the Gulf, and that's what was originally projected. And it took a right turn, and ultimately, hopefully, we're going to be lucky, Trump said. Florida was grazed, mostly wind. Trump also said the Coast Guard was headed for the Bahamas to provide humanitarian relief to the people harmed by the slow-moving Dorian, which devastated the islands and killed at least 20 people. Bahamas Health Minister Duan Sands told NBC News on Wednesday that 20 deaths have been confirmed so far and that the number was expected to rise. We've had an absolute horrendous tragedy, numbers of lives lost, and we have not completed the door-to-door, Sands said. Rain bands from the storms were drenching the northeastern coast of Florida at 5 a.m. Wednesday, the National Hurricane Center said the storm was expected to come dangerously close to Florida's east coast and the Georgia coast through Wednesday night, and forecasters for the National Hurricane Center said it would move near or over the South and North Carolina coast through Thursday and Friday morning. Alright, let's take a look at the next article. Bricks of cocaine washed up on Florida beaches from Hurricane Dorian waves. Another 15 bricks, believed to be cocaine, washed ashore nearby Cocoa Beach. More than a dozen bricks of cocaine washed up on two Florida beaches Tuesday from waves churned up by Hurricane Dorian, police said. At around 8 a.m. Melbourne, police officer on foot patrol in Paradise Beach was alerted that a beachgoer found something suspicious that appeared to have washed ashore. When the officer checked it, he found a package wrapped in a way that was consistent with narcotics, a Melbourne police spokeswoman said. The brick was tested and was determined to be a kilo of cocaine, the spokeswoman said, adding that it will be destroyed. On the outside of the brick appeared to be a beginning of a word, but the only letters visible are Diamant. It's basically spelling diamante, which means diamond in Spanish. Melbourne police declined to comment on what was written on the brick, citing its investigation. Over in Cocoa Beach, about 20 miles north, people were alerted to a duffel bag that had washed ashore and found 15 bricks of cocaine inside, Sergeant Manny Hernandez said. In the Orlando area, 1 kilo of cocaine is estimated to be worth $20,000 to $30,000, he said. The bag has since been turned over to the U.S. Customs and Border Protection. Dorian, now a Category 2, began lashing the east coast of central Florida Tuesday night, prompting hurricane warnings for coastal Florida and warnings of Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina. Before moving toward the U.S. coast, the slow-moving hurricane battered the Bahamas, killing at least 20 people there. Alright, aerial video shows jaw-dropping scale of Hurricane Dorian's destruction in the Bahamas. A helicopter captures in graphic detail the devastations left in the Bahamas. Here's a bird's eye view of utter and near total destruction. The 4-minute long video shows from a helicopter over the Bahamas on Tuesday captured the carnage left behind by Hurricane Dorian. Here's a photo from the Next Generation satellite. Gave a look at heavy flooding across the Bahamas from Hurricane Dorian. Guys, take a look at the island before and then the island after. More than half of that is gone. There's nothing left. Look at this. There's barely some left of the bottom part, but the top is just gone. It won't be business as usual for a long time to come, as the video shows flipped container ports and trucks discarded like children's toys. Major buildings have been reduced to mere concrete and rebar in what have been busy commercial districts, the video showed. Prime Minister Hubert Minnis told reporters on Tuesday night that he had toured Abaco Island and that the airport was underwater with the runway completely flooded. The area around the airport looks like a lake. We're in the midst of the greatest national crisis in our country's history. Bahamas Health Minister Dwayne Sands told NBC News on Wednesday that 20 deaths have been confirmed so far and that the number was expected to rise. Please pray for the people of the Bahamas. They still have to find people that are missing. They still have to gather the people in hospitals and try to rescue the people that are still injured out there. So please pray for them. Alright, next. Lottery-winning couple in Michigan charged in string of robberies. Stephanie Harville and Mitchell Anselwall won $500,000 in 2016 on the day they were served an eviction notice. When a Michigan couple won $500,000 from a lottery scratch-off in 2016, they wanted to turn their life around. They apparently did, but in the wrong direction. The couple, Stephanie Harville, 28, and Mitchell Answald, were charged in a string of burglaries over the weekend, and police said they were suspected of breaking into several houses in the Bay County area in the last 2 months, often during the day while the homeowners were at work. Harville told Michigan Lottery in 2016 that the day she won the lottery, she was also served with an eviction notice. She and Answald had been living paycheck to paycheck. We both work really hard and it's been tough to support our family, Harville said at the time. We recently lost a car. Harville said that she and her husband planned to buy a house and a car with the new money and save for her $2 education. Instead, Harville and Answald were charged with home invasion and possession of burglary tools on Friday, Bay County Sheriff Troy Cunningham said. The couple was arrested Thursday after allegedly breaking into a home in Merritt Township, 110 miles north of Detroit. Cunningham said that after the arrest, police searched the couple's car and home and found items believed to be reported missing from recent robberies. Just before the couple was caught, they had purchased crowbars and rubber gloves, the sheriff said. The couple did not have any legal representation yet. According to the Associated Press, they were both being held in jail. That is pretty horrible to go from winning $500,000 to robbing people's houses. That's just sad. Alright, next. Kroger joins Walmart in asking customers to no longer openly carry firearms in stores. Kroger on Tuesday requested customers refrain from openly carrying firearms in its stores hours after Walmart asked the same of its shoppers amid recent mass shootings across the U.S. and some public pressure from most left-leaning groups to restrict gun sales. Kroger is respectfully asking that customers no longer openly carry firearms into our stores and then authorize law enforcement officers, Group Vice President of Corporate Affairs said in a statement. Alderman added that the Ohio-based supermarket chain is also joining Walmart in encouraging our elected leaders to pass laws that will strengthen background checks and remove weapons from those who have been found to pose a risk for violence. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Hit like and subscribe for more news headlines. And also check out our sponsor, Dave's Empire 1981, in the description below. He does art on hats and chucks. If you have any comic or drawing idea, he would put that on a hat or on some sneakers for you. Check him out in the description below. See you guys next time. God bless.